And they're off. Alright, so it looks like Popplars is arm pumping through, as is Toil. I don't know if I'm pronouncing Toil's name right, but it does push you 1 pixel ahead each time for every arm. It does save a lot of
countdown
frames.
started. Started.
Looks like Poplar's audio is looping back, so we're just gonna keep audio on Toil. Or ptoil? Ptoil?
So it looks like for right now, Popplars has pulled into the lead, finishing series first. ptoil having a little bit of trouble, but I'm sure he'll finish it pretty swiftly.
Steam is the worst in this game. It's the worst.
Absolutely.
Any predictions, Long, for the runners?
Well, based purely on PP, expect to see a little bit of a gap, the favor towards Popplars, but really, it's SM. It's anyone's game. Anything can happen.
That's very true.
The runners definitely have to take into consideration the use of some safety strats they normally wouldn't do during a test. Every runner needs to know there's limits as to what they can safely do in a tournament. I suspect we'll probably see a little bit of safety from each player.
Unless they're on PB pace. Then you go hard or you go home.
Absolutely. So Poplar's starting off strong with that moonfall. Looks like ptoil is not running moonwalk.
I do favor the no moonwalk, but you know, whatever's faster.
Yeah. Going a little early on that wall jump check on Morph Ball there. If you turn around as if wall jumping, the hitboxes will be checked early, and you can grab items from a little bit further away than you normally, which can be a bit of a double-edged sword, since it tempts you to try to do it, and sometimes you'll miss it and actually lose time instead.
Look at all these people in chat and the viewers who aren't watching Game of Thrones tuned in to watch this. Unless you guys have it on both screens or something. So Poplar's starting off with that right-sided wall climb, but then going for those ledge grabs. It looks really and apparently very satisfying if you can pull it off. So.
Yeah, very clean. Awesome flying from Popplars there. ptoil instead opting for the traditional wall jump method, which can technically be a little bit faster if pulled off perfectly, but it's a lot harder to do consistently, I feel like.
Poplar's actually going into Bomb Chorizo not with full health, which is risky, because Bomb Chorizo would be more likely to drop health instead of missiles, which you would need.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. Taking damage anytime leading up to Bomb Chorizo can be pretty dangerous as it introduces some serious RNG. Cleaning up pretty nicely though.
Yep. Hello. It's unfortunate that ptoil also had a little bit of damage after Bomb Chorizo stepped forward.
Yeah. Head exploding for both players, which adds a little extra time to Bomb Chorizo as well. But overall, still pretty clean fight.
And ptoil actually lining himself up to go through this room at full speed. But I don't think it worked.
Yeah, Terminator Room can be particularly finicky. Need to be going into the room with perfectly full speed and line up the first shot at just the right time to kill everything in your path.
Popper is getting that super.
ptoil following suit.
Pretty sure both runners run old route.
I believe so. So we should see both runners heading down towards Kraid now.
Popper's just sort of accidentally hitting that tip of that green cliff there, but still manages to make it smoothly through that room.
Yeah, still clean finish.
And Poplar's choosing to just go down that ledge to get into Kraid's lair instead of running from where she shot the super. It does give a little extra distance and makes it a bit easier to get across.
Yeah, it's definitely easier to time from that position. This is a little bit of time, but safer and more consistent.
Oh, ptoil unfortunately taking a little bit of damage in that water there. Popplars onto crate.
You can see Poplar is shooting a few of the rocks to reduce some lag on crate. Standing particularly far forward, it's an interesting setup. Oh, going for super setup. Not enough missiles for the more common 2 missile 3 super setup.
Alexa. ptoil heading into crate as well. Looks like he's setting up for the 2 missiles 3 super method.
Hopefully we'll soon pull it up.
Oh!
Unfortunately, I'm missing it first time around. Looks like he's going for a back. Unfortunately, not quite hitting that either. So we get to see a little bit of Kraid DLC here. It actually does stand up if you perform the boss fight just correct. And he manages to still finish it quickly.
That was really nice.
I believe that was actually the optimal performance for DLC percent.
Popplars did grab that Kraid E-tank, as just makes the fighting Phantoon a lot easier.
Oh no, ptoil getting stuck on some key hunters there.
So going through that room, you do need to, or you should, you don't need to do anything you don't want to do, but you should be going through that door transition up at the top so as to change the position of those key hunters so you can get up a little bit easier without them blocking the way.
Yeah, and should you ever miss that setup, you can also morph ball jump up through, or morph into a morph ball as while jumping back up through that shaft, similar to how you would in Alcatraz Escape, and that will cause you to be damage boosted upwards rather than downwards when one hits you.
Down grab. Okay, well that works. So if you can't make it up a ledge, just because Samus doesn't jump high enough, just hold your D-pad down as you're jumping so you can go up just a little higher. Nice D boost on the cactus.
Very nice strategy.
Ooh, very lucky farm getting that super to open the door to speed booster.
Yeah, I could catch watching the ammo count there. Otherwise, you might have ended up having to get the missiles of necessity there. Very nice farm again.
Yeah.
Getting 3 supers in 2 rounds. Now we see ptoil setting up for Bubble Mountain.
Very nice.
It's not the first try.
The room on your way to Speed Booster where you have those blocks that break. If you choose to use a super, you can just start counting as you pass 4 of those sections of blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you shoot your super, and you should be able to enter the room with Speed Booster smoothly. Ptoil unfortunately falling a little bit. Should be fine though.
Just a bit of struggle hitting that button. It still manages to get through.
It's a good thing he didn't K-go through any of those platforms. Very easy to do.
Definitely the worst part of that room.
And Poplar's heading up to Red Tower. Nice tight jumps. A little bit of falling, but that's okay. Oh, didn't get the hero shot, unfortunately, but up in 2, which is really good.
Very nice. Nice quick 2D boost through Hellway.
Oh, ptoil actually going into ice.
Very interesting. This is not a very common strategy anymore, but still great for around high to mid 50 runners and below. It makes getting up Red Tower a lot easier as you can freeze the turtles instead of having to jump around. Also gives you a little bit more damage for Bloodwound and Dragon, as well as optionally Fantoon if you choose to not go for X Factors.
Nice ice escape.
Alright.
And Poplar's energy is actually quite good going into Fantoon.
Yeah, very nice. Could hopefully make for an easy fight. Very nice speedball there.
Yeah. So she does have enough power bombs for double X Factor if she'd like to do. It looks like she's going for Dopplers instead. And ptoil making his way up to Red Tower. Hopefully he gets it. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's just brain not functioning. He's got his ice.
Yeah, makes very nice work of Red Tower with the ice.
Very nice connect with that X Factor. Guess it's a hybrid.
Actually doesn't take too much extra time to grab ice early as opposed to grabbing it late. The main downside is not being able to readily X Factor.
Oh.
Poplar's health falling pretty low here.
Poppler is gonna need to dodge, do some crazy dodges here. Grab some health. Nice.
Whew.
Finishing off Fan.
Okay. But yeah, beyond X Factors, the main downside of grabbing ice early is definitely increased farming time, as you'll have to do one extra shot for every enemy since you're freezing everything.
Do you think it would be worth it to, after grabbing ice, just for Red Tower, to turn it off? And then turn it back on later? Or the menuing just increases that time regardless? It's not worth it?
It would probably depend on how you fight Fantoon. I'd say if you go for X Factors on Fantoon, it'd probably be best to go ahead and turn it off until after Dragon.
Oh, ptoil unfortunately bumping his head a little too early. Going a little too high, but that's okay. Just setting up for another one.
Very nice short charge there.
A really nice ad.
Very clean out of this.
And Poplar's choosing to farm a bit in this room. Her health was a little... well, just not too much.
Unfortunately, missing the setup for Bowling Spark. I'd say the main downside of going for that and not getting it is that you don't quite have enough speed to get it to. So still taking a little extra damage there, but sitting safe enough at 74. I don't think she'll need to farm particularly much before going into Baku.
Looks like ptoil is just using missile. Hoping for that Doppler. Oh. He definitely needs to farm a little bit of...
These flame drops are just being very terrible for ptoil right now. It's unfortunately getting only missile drops so far. Now that he's below 40 health, he should hopefully start getting health bombed. But somehow is not. This is very unfortunate.
Oh, this game, please!
Oof. He's pulling himself barely back up above 20.
Oh, grab those health! Grab it! Like a child on Halloween. Fantastic. He finishes Fantoon off.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's actually pretty decent drops for ptoil.
Yeah, full health or full and pretty decent health.
Well, Poplar's moving into Meridia now. Nice and smooth.
Yeah, Popplars has had great movement so far this. Should be a pretty good pace for her, I believe.
Poplar's choosing to get that little bit of extra farm from that crab before she shines Spark up. P12 taking a little bit of some damage from those atomics, unfortunately.
Yeah, using a few supers as well. Unfortunate. Hopefully he can get a good setup here to finish Attic with a Shine Spark here. Unfortunately, it looks like he's opting for missile method instead.
Poplar is getting that decalled strat. Very nice. Very clean.
Excellent fight.
Didn't pick up that super that Botwoon left there for her, but that's okay. I think she'll farm it anyways. You do need 2 supers at least on your way to get to Drake. Wow!
Amazing super drops there from that far. 4 supers without even having to stop, really.
Yeah, the RNG is on her side. But unfortunately she didn't get the halfie or full halfie falling while she climbed, but that's okay. You can also do Calcium quite optimally just by jumping if you know where to jump.
Yeah, halfie really only saves a few seconds over a completely optimal regular Colosseum. So entering Dragon with nearly full health, which is always great to see.
Taking a turret shot. Those fickle turrets. P12 getting that lovely purple suit. Very nice. Very nice.
From Popplars. Just barely missing the second short shard. Still pumping plenty of supers and missiles in though.
She should only need 1 more spark and Dragon should be dead. If it was optimally hit at her head, I think.
Unfortunate.
Getting that goop spark.
ptoil surprisingly opting to skip farming supers. He's going to
He should farm this room. He chose not to farm Hellway, that's okay. Maybe he might open up the green door at the bottom of Red Tower to fill up.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to. Probably just going to end up using Ice Beam for extra damage on bot. And not use too many supers on bot.
Poplar doing really well, moving through very smoothly, and ptoil heading up to Meridia and to greet Botwoon as well. Unfortunately, ptoil missed the timing for the fit. It's a little bit difficult to climb up, especially with that gatekeeping fish right there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so he is taking off ice for Botwoon to do an extra factor.
Setting up the decold strat doesn't quite hit the particles, unfortunately.
It's actually a very interesting, different way to set up for. I'm not 100% sure if he was going for a decold strat.
Yeah, looked like it, but didn't do the turn at the top, so I'm not quite sure.
He wasn't running into the room, it looked like he was more walking. So you do need to run to the other side of the room, jump, wait for the X Factor, and then head over to the circle. Still really good Botwoon fight.
Yeah, took a little bit of extra time due to low super count, but that ice beam also helped deal some extra damage.
Ooh, no super drops from that for ptoil.
Ooh, brutal farming session.
Poplar's getting that really nice mock ball through. And heading over to grab ice. Poplar is set up for the ice escape, but oh, choosing to go lower out.
Alright, ptoil is starting on Dragon now. I didn't notice if he turned Ice Beam back off or not. Doesn't look like he's switching to Power Bomb, so I believe he's going to opt to skip out on the X Factor and just go for
The Shine Spark,
the
yeah.
Shine Spark.
It's a lot safer to do, especially if you can't or haven't learned to grip your controller a certain way to do the X Factor with the Shine Spark.
Yeah, it's a pretty tricky setup.
It's like Poplar. Nice. Nice little deboost off of that little round orb. I don't know what they're called.
I don't either, actually.
It's a good shot spark from ptoil. don't know if he should spark anymore.
A little dangerous stable. Oh. He was just barely dodging under Dragon.
Oh, Popplars unfortunately backing up through the door and just using that anyways. That's okay.
Might as well use all the space you can get.
Yes, nice fast pillar.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Dre died.
Very nice. Good finish from ptoil.
Nice. Very good worst room in the game by Popplars. Oh, that's the first time I've ever seen that.
Yeah, that was an interesting setup for that room. People usually tend to go towards the center of the room before they start space.
So Poplar's killing some of those key hunters to reduce the lag for her power bombs. And choosing to roll under those side hoppers as well. You can just run through that room with those side hoppers and just shoot them. But looks like she wants to conserve her energy for Ridley.
Definitely a good safety strat.
Nice. Full 4 tanks of health.
Should be a pretty safe Ridley here.
And Poplar's on Ridley doing her charge shots. Oh. Definitely don't want to be standing in acid. Don't want to be taking any of that unnecessary damage.
So far, extremely clean fight, only taking 20 damage.
It's a very clean fight.
Ridley giving pretty much a constant pogo. A lot of runners tend to hate that pattern, but I feel that it's actually pretty easy to avoid damage.
So it looks like she was... Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, that was it.
Oh, sorry. She was trying to just jump into Ridley's claw. Oh no. Looks like ptoil just forgot that there was another hunter in the room. Or another, what are those called? Pirate?
Right.
And Poplar is trying to set up for that D boost through the side hopper room, but didn't quite. That's all right. She is down to 2 tanks of health to escape lower Norfair. So, she might want to kill some of the key hunters in the 3 musketeer room.
Potentially.
And ptoil just heading down to get to Lorinor Fair. Doesn't have to pick up ice because he already has it.
Yeah, going to save a little bit of time here.
Wow.
To normal.
That was actually really nice. Three Musketeer rooms by Popplars. She chose to shoot through them. It's a little bit laggier and a little bit riskier to do it that way. It definitely saves you time.
Yeah. Actually getting the bowl boost there as well. Nice.
That was really nice, yeah.
Ptoil opting to farm some health here before going into Lorinor Fair. Never a bad idea.
P12 just opting to go for the charge spin jump through the acid to get to Lorinor Fair. It is a little slower, but it is very, very safe and it's very easy to do.
Always coming up on the Sephi fish. We'll see what she decides to do. And she ignores it.
Looks like P12 is just gonna go and bomb pillar. That's fine. Fast pillar strats are a little bit more difficult to pull off. And if you don't get the fast pillars, and there's no point in setting up for another fast pillars. It's too much of a time waste. Poplar's not refilling at the ship. Her health is a little bit low, but she should be okay as long as she doesn't... well, she might... It's possible if she gets enough health from the first Metroid she kills.
Ptoil, unfortunately, the first power bomb in worst from the game a little bit too low and had to lay a second.
Oh no!
This will probably mean that he'll have to pick up the power bombs of necessity, unfortunately. Unless he happens to get a drop elsewhere.
No. Poplar's just hanging out in Golden 4. You know, like Golden 4 statue should turn brown after the gold explode. Be like chocolate.
I entirely agree.
Power bombs of necessity, no shame in that at all.
Oof. Being trapped up there with that side hopper though, that was a little bit scary.
Yeah.
Poplar's at pretty low health, so I doubt we'll see her grouping in the Metroids the first turn.
Yeah, she's not.
Getting pretty bad drop luck so far, only breaking even on super. Oof. So we'll probably have to group for the remaining rooms.
I hope Ptoil farms. Going into Ridley with 2 tanks of health is Very good.
Yeah, looks like he will be. Alright, Poplar is finally getting some good drop luck there. Only needs one more super to be maxed out, but even at 29, she would be fine. Perfect.
I think Popplars does go for baby skip though. Want to avoid as much damage as possible before then.
Oh yeah, a little bit extra damage there. Not gonna have a lot of wiggle room for... Oh. She is deciding to refill regardless. She decides to take some extra damage there.
ptoil on Ridley. Hopefully it's a good fight. He did go in with 4 E-tanks of health.
Not getting baby skip.
Ridley is being very, very mean.
Oh no, this is not looking too very good, right?
Don't tank any more health, please.
Really safely for the remainder of the fight.
Nice, good. Ridley's dead.
Goodness.
And Poplar is choosing not to save. It's going to Mother. Getting that beautiful Zeb skip. Easy peasy.
Oh
Oh,
no!
it did snipe a super, but she has 20 missiles. Oh, that was so close.
Oh god!
Oh my goodness.
Sniping both a super and a regular missile. Thankfully, having just enough to finish Mother Brain. That was very scary as she did not save.
So Poplar's on Mother Brain now. Does take 16 shots to get to catch up, and after catch up, it's another 4 shots to 20, and that's when Mother Brain dies.
Already can catch up. And Poplar should be safe the rest of the this point. Unless Mother Brain 3 decides to be particularly nasty, but hopefully she should be fine at this point.
Yeah. Oh, you might want to just... Okay. I was like, oh, ptoil, just shoot them. Nah, that's okay. Using those iframes. To get through this room that ptoil is in right now, he could hold a charge shot while spin jumping through it. But it is, like I said, a little bit difficult to grip your controller to do it correctly, so... Oh, maybe he'll just shoot these key hunters? Yes, he will. Baby dying. Bible cry.
Bumps in chat.
And Poplar is choosing to do the in-your-face Mother Brain 3 strat, which helps reduce. Oh no, she's taking a lot.
Mother Brain 3 also choosing to do the in-your-face Mother Brain 3 strat.
Literally. I think she actually took some chain damage just because she touched her head.
Oh god.
She like kind of like knocked her head back and then forth into Popplars like headbutt.
Oh man. I think Popplars probably won't quite have enough health to do both Shine Sparks during.
Oh yeah. And Popplars making her escape. We'll see how she does with her Shine Sparks.
So far so good, not taking much extra damage. Not actually sure how much health you need for the last Shine Spark here. It's one of the longer Shine Sparks in the game, so quite a bit.
Oh wow, okay.
Nice save. Saving a little bit of extra health by jumping up around that first platform. Just barely making it through in time.
Yeah, that's really cool. A very neat backup strat for that.
Very nice.
Oh, Popplars. Oh, jebaited.
Faking out the save.
No animals could be saved today. Nuh-uh.
And GG Popplars.
GG Popplars. She finishes with an official SRL time of 52 flat.
Yeah, an actual time of, I believe it was around 51:53, perhaps.
Did you see when ptoil stopped his timer?
It's been quite a while. I'm not sure what happened, unfortunately.
Not very focused, apparently. So ptoil just meditating in the G4 room. Does Popplar want to come in for entry?
Yeah, looks like Popplars has joined us in the channel. Congrats on your win.
Yeah, thank you. I gotta mute some things here. Yeah, that was GG to ptoil to ptoil, however pronounce his name. Names are important. I need to be getting that right. So when he gets I'm gonna ask him. Yeah, how about that Mother Brain? How about that that Mother Brain 1?
Yeah, you definitely gave us a scare on
You guys a scare. Holy heck.
Every phase of Mother Brain 3 is terrifying for you.
Yo, I get into so much trouble trying to do Mother Brain that way. Every time I try it, it always ends badly. I've died doing Mother Brain 3 before trying to do it like that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was scary, but very clutch last Shine Spark there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you practice that, or was that improvised?
No, not at all. I had the stream up, and I heard you guys say, "I wonder if she'll have enough health to do the Shine Spark." And I said, "Challenge accepted." And I'm like, I'm gonna get up there, and I'm gonna have enough of my Shine Spark charge to do it. And I'm glad I didn't fail it, because I would have looked like such an idiot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I wasn't even sure that was possible. That was very tight. So
Yeah.
I wasn't either.
Worth the risk, though.
Definitely.
So yeah, I finally finished one. I'm happy about that. Super psyched about the commentary team too. That's really awesome. Yeah. Y'all, make sure you go give ptoil a follow. Make sure he gets that follow.
Follow the runners, guys. Follow the runners.
Yeah, be sure to give the runners a follow. Links are in chat.
ptoil choosing to take the health and not do baby strat. I don't think he can. It's actually a very difficult strat to get anyways, so I thought you were going to do that, Popplars. I thought you were going to do baby skip.
I've gotten all of one baby skip in a run, and that was in my PB.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's really stupid because I lost 20 seconds to ice gates. You know, like when you're going the gates on the way to ice. I got caught between there in my PB and I lost 20 seconds, and I made it all up at baby skip. So now I get a free 20-second time save and a free 20-second time loss because I can't baby skip.
Oh.
I'm sure you'll get it done. ptoil unfortunately missing his first attempt at Zeb skip.
Going for that speed Zeb skip, it looks like.
Yeah, it looked like it. And else he does have.
Yo, I don't even.
Good short fist.
I don't even know what sniped me on Mother Brain 1 for that first super. Hopefully ptoil doesn't have the same problems I had.
I think it was the turret shot, like not the one above you, but the one next to it that did that.
It was the right turret, I'm pretty sure. Oh, he's a tricky one. Trying to snipe those supers.
And I think you've been practicing quite a bit, haven't you, Poplar?
No, not really. No, I've been doing runs every now and then. I'm kind of sort of back to the grind, but more on the less so side of kind of sort of.
Okay.
Alright. Ooh.
Ooh, wow.
Thankfully, I couldn't quite tell.
Oh!
Yeah, he did dodge it because of the iframe.
Yeah, I believe it was just from the iframe. So, thank goodness for those onion rings. Walking back catch up.
Yes. I don't think he saved it, so.
Yeah, that was close.
Alright, now he just needs to not die. Like I almost did, and he'll be good to go. How does Mother Brain's head not hurt the baby Metroid when it latches on?
That's a good question.
Looks like it does a crud ton of damage to Samus.
I think for me, the biggest question I have is why doesn't the baby Metroid's mouth hurt when it latches onto Mother Brain's head?
Yeah.
She's got spikes on there, and like imagine if that was on the roof of your mouth.
I guess that's how Metroids normally get their energy. So.
It's like Captain Crunch.
Oh my god!
It just kills the top of the baby Metroid's mouth.
Yeah.
Thankfully, having a little bit safer of a Mother Brain 3 there. Ptoil
Yeah.
should have no trouble with it.
Ooh. So I did get the damage boost, or not the damage boost, but the damage to spin jump back after that door transition. So I wasn't sure whether he got the jump or not.
Alright, that Shine Spark at the game.
Is he gonna save the animals?
I hope not.
Will he be disqualified if he does?
Like, I'm sticking around to wish him a good game, but if he saves the animals, I don't know, I might have to take off.
That would be quite unfortunate.
He just does it out of spite for us. Oh my god!
No!
In your face, commentator!
Listening to the stream.
Okay.
Oh,
You just waving? You just. Oh, okay. Not just.
Only proper thing in the game involving the animals, taunting them.
Yes. Good job, ptoil.
Well done. And GG to ptoil.
Ptoil, good job.
GG, ptoil.
Earlier, accidentally, I believe, that he finishes with an SRL time of 1 hour, 1 minute, and 54 seconds.
GG.
GG. See if he wants to come in for an interview as well.
It's like he's saying no thanks for commentating, though.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for
Have a
running,
good one, y'all.
ptoil.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in for the interview, Popplars.
Yeah, thanks for the commentary.
Congrats on your win.
Yeah,
Thank you. Have a good one, y'all. Follow those commentators and follow your hearts.
And follow the runners.
Follow the runners. You don't have to follow us, just follow the runners.
Don't follow me. Follow ptoil. That's who you want to follow.
Follow everyone.
Not me. I'm
everyone.
boring. I'm boring. Don't follow me. Follow ptoil.
So I think, is that the end of the races for this week? This was the last one?
Maybe. I'm pretty sure that was the last race for this week. But week 5 is starting tomorrow, and I'm sure we'll have plenty of great races coming up.
Yes, so definitely stay tuned. It's because this is a Swiss style tournament. The races that are coming up are supposed to be more close and very entertaining for week 5 and week 6. So hopefully we'll see you guys then. And again, thank you for watching and staying tuned. And everyone have a nice night.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to follow the runners again, and we'll see you next week.